My name is Stephan Klasen. I'm a professor of economics at the University of Göttingen in Germany.
Thank you, Professor. And let me ask, in light of the financial crisis, do you think that we need to change the way that we measure progress, and if so, how?
I think we do need to change the way we measure progress. I don't think it's directly related to the financial crisis. I think we have had these discussions for a long time, and I think they've become more urgent, maybe also in the public mind, about how we measure progress, and that the amount of bonuses paid out to city bankers may not be as socially useful as some other things that are taking place. But I think the debates have been going on for a long time. I think in the academic community there's been a lot of work on this. And now I think through some initiatives, like initiatives at the OECD, initiatives here at OPHI, initiatives at the Stiglitz-Sen-Fitoussi Commission in France, the public has really started to engage with these things, and I think that's very good and timely.
Do you think that there's a future for these for a multidimensional poverty measure, and what do you think something like that could add to the analysis?
Well, I think by now it's quite clearly agreed that poverty is a multidimensional phenomenon and needs to be recognized as such. I think, for example, the Millennium Development Goals are, include 7 or 8 different goals, all of which with different indicators, so they already recognize the multidimensionality. I think what this approach of the multidimensional poverty measure brings to it is try to really put them together in a rather consistent way. I think it's a very good attempt, and I hope this. I think at this stage it's still work in progress, but I think this is important work that needs to continue to be refined, and then to see how well it resonates also within the countries, and see how they can make it useful for their own purposes.
Okay, thank you. And what are the benefits and growth potential, do you think, of the multidimensional poverty index that OPHI has developed for the United Nations Human Development Report?
Well, I think it's there's been a lot of discussion on multidimensional poverty, and I think the conceptual discussion is very far advanced and has been going on for literally decades. Some of the real leaders of that discussion are here today as well. But on the empirical side, really trying to do it for a large number of countries to really make it operational, that has been always a problem, because there are always data gaps, consistency issues, and so on. And so this is, I think, the added value, is try to really make a first stab at this, do it for more than 100 countries, see how it looks like, and allow people then to engage with it and see whether they can refine it, improve it, and make it their own. And I think that's really what this is all about, and I think it's a very good start for this process.
And do you think that countries will be able to adapt it to their specific context?
I'm sure they will, because I think one of the things I certainly got out of this today is that a lot of countries, particularly developing countries, do have various ad hoc ways of dealing with multidimensional poverty measurement of one sort or another, and most of these indicators are very crude, and I think they will welcome some sort of new approach, and then will engage with this and see how it compares to their own things. So I think that process of interchange and engagement, I think, will be where it's at now, and I think countries should. I think one important aspect also for OPHI will be to kind of step up outreach and really engage with policymakers on this, see whether they can improve upon the way they are currently measuring poverty.